Hello guys! Today I'll be attempting to do a Pinterest OC challenge, which was heavily inspired by these two lovely creators. The challenge follows along this guideline provided by Emma Artley. I already went ahead and used the generator to come up with the setting. I ended up with the setting of a scenic coastal cliff, along with the year 1760. Then, when I searched up season on Pinterest, the first image that popped up was set during winter. I know the challenge says to use Pinterest to look up album covers for the gender, but I thought it'd be more fun to shuffle a playlist on Spotify for the gender. Basically, the same rule applies, but I'm using Spotify instead. The first song I got was by Panic at the Disco, which makes the first character male. For some reason, I still searched up the artist, even though I already knew the character would be male. I guess I just needed to confirm. Haha. Also, if you haven't already noticed, I've been using a text-to-speech voice. It's mostly because I think my voice sounds weird in recordings. Anyways, after I searched up the artist, I wrote down the character's gender in the Google Doc that I'm using to help keep track of the characters. I also screenshotted the album from Panic at the Disco. By the way, I apologize if this video is going slowly. I kind of struggled a bit with Safari and Pinterest while making this. I can't exactly speed up the video with the software I'm using now, but this is my attempt at trying to fill up the silence. So, how's your day going? I hope your day is going well so far. My day has been pretty decent. Sorry about the random image of a cat. I just don't want people seeing my camera roll, so that's the image I'm using to cover it up.
Oh my freaking gosh!
Guys, I am literally being so slow.
I am so sorry!
Anyways, let's just move on to the next step. After finding the gender of the character, we'll be using Pinterest to figure out the rest. The first thing I'll be looking up is male face to find out what kind of complexion the character will have. So here's that footage of me searching up male face. And guys,
Oh, my goodness gracious!
the Lord must have blessed me today because the first guy to pop up is
Hot as frick.
like good googly moogly for real. There's the silly cat image again, here to keep my gallery hidden. Anyways, after obtaining the first character's complexion, the next thing I'll be looking for is his body type. And to do that, I simply search up male body type on Pinterest. But not before I input the most basic information into my Google Doc, of course. Are you guys enjoying the video so far? This is my first time doing such a big project like this, so I'm a little worried people may find it boring, especially because the only software I have available to me is the outdated version of KineMaster. Also, don't mind me struggling with Pinterest. That happens a few times throughout the video. Pinterest keeps yelling at me to just get the app, but I keep using the browser version. Haha! Also, how do you guys feel about the silence? Is it better if I try and fill up the silence by talking? Or do you prefer it when there are longer periods of no talking? I would appreciate your input if you would be nice enough to leave a comment voicing your opinion on the matter. Anyways, drawing my attention back to the actual challenge, the body type I got for the first character was a bit more on the muscular side, but also kind of skinny. I'm not sure what you would call that body type. The next thing I have to do for this challenge is to figure out stuff like the hair, shoes, clothes, and everything else along those lines. To do that, I'll just be searching up all that stuff along with the randomly generated year. In my case, it's the year 1760. I'm a little disappointed that I won't be able to draw this character with long hair, but the hair I got wasn't so bad. I think it's also a bit curly. Okay, finally, I am back on track and looking for his outfit. The outfit the first character got is pretty simple, but I think it looks quite cute. Next up are his shoes. I know I'm supposed to pick the first image that pops up, but those shoes did not match the outfit at all. So, I'm sorry, but I'm bending the rules of this challenge for the sake of this poor man's fashion choices.
Get the fuck off my porch! Get your ass off this motherfucking porch, bitch!
Next up is his accessory. This one was a bit tricky because shoes kept popping up. So, what I ended up doing was just scrolling down and choosing the first actual accessory I saw. The accessory ended up being this really cool looking hat. Last but certainly not least, I have to pick the first character's color palette. The one I ended up with was a very patriotic-looking palette.
Come with umbrellas, 2018 in that Porsche Carrera. Go your pouch, racks in a quarter ounce, 2 accounts.
And finally, we are moving on to character number 2. Yes, I am aware I forgot about the name and traits for the first character, but don't worry because I'll remember to add them in later on in the video. The song I ended up getting for the second character was a song made by Lana Del Rey, which makes this character female. Now, I'll be looking for the character's complexion. I like the image that Pinterest ended up giving me. I think the girl in the photo looks very pretty. Next, I searched for this character's body type. The body type Pinterest gave me was different from the body types I normally draw, so I'm excited to try and draw her. Also, the person in the image is very pretty. Next up is the character's hair. I ended up with a very beautiful looking bun hairdo, which I think this character will look very nice in. Now, I'll look for the character's outfit. I ended up with this very pretty looking dress. The dress kind of gave me wedding vibes, if I'm honest. Now we're on to shoes. The shoes I ended up with were white, which also gave me the same wedding vibes that the dress was giving. Now it's time for the accessory. I got this cool-looking hat, which I think falls into the Lolita fashion category. It's very pretty looking. And finally, it's time for the color palette. Since I had already used the previous color palette for the first character, I just picked the next palette that popped up. The palette I got for our second character was more on the dark side. It's kind of giving me dark academia vibes. Oh, and now I finally remembered the names and traits for the characters. The name I got for the first character was Jason Hill. For the traits, I decided to click each button 3 times, and whichever trait I got on the third tap would be the traits for that character. The first trait Jason got was smug and elitist, will find any excuse to claim they're better than others. The second trait Jason got was intuitive. Jason's skill is a detail person, never misses anything, good at analyzing and working with complicated subjects. Jason's quirk is being extremely self-conscious about his hands. Jason's hobby ended up being doing anything dangerous or risky. And finally, Jason's struggle is jumping from one project to the next. Now I'll be choosing the name and traits for the second character. The name I ended up going with for our second character was Lydia Spencer. I just think that name sounds so awesome. How could I not choose it? Lydia's first trait is always seems pretty blank and expressionless. Even when they're feeling or expressing something, they just don't really show it in their face. Her second trait is adaptable. Lydia's skill is great at making people feel comfortable and safe around them, and her quirk is one of those people who's always bringing up random facts they heard somewhere. Big nerd, walking Wikipedia friend. Lydia's hobby is gardening, except everything in their garden is a highly toxic poisonous plant, and her struggle is that she's a hardcore people pleaser, so much so that she changes her personality for other people. And now we are moving on to our third and final character. The song I got for the third character was Put Me in a Movie, which I'm pretty sure is an unreleased song from Lana Del Rey. That makes our third character another female. Now, I need the character's complexion. Since I already used the first image for Lydia, I'll just be using the second image that pops up. That's basically the logic I'll be using for the rest of my searches on Pinterest too. For her body type, I ended up getting something a little bit more on the chubbier side, which is not a bad thing. But I've never drawn a character like that before, so I'm a little nervous that it might look weird. However, that doesn't mean I won't try my best to draw it. For her hair, I ended up getting this very beautiful hairdo. It's kind of half up and half down. I believe this hairstyle is also done with ringlets. Her outfit ended up looking fairly similar to Lydia's dress, except I think it is slightly less fancy looking. There's not much to say about her shoes, except that I like the little buckle on them. The third character ended up with a necklace as an accessory, which I think is perfect because her dress looks very low cut. So a necklace will be great for this character. Last but not least, her color palette. The third character ended up with an autumn-looking color palette. Now it's time for our third character's name. I ended up picking the name Aaron Hansen. It's just such a beautiful sounding name, I couldn't pass it up. Aaron's first trait is, spends a lot of time gossiping. Her second trait is, very hard on themselves and always struggles to live up to their perfectionistic personal standards. Aaron's skill is, has a very active imagination, and her quirk is, very sensitive in terms of her 5 senses. Aaron's hobby is, stacking cards, and her struggle is, being stubborn about her inability to compromise. Now that we have all of our characters, it's finally time to draw them.
When we first came here, we were cold and we were clear, with no colors on our skin. We were light and paper thin. And when we first came here, we were cold and we were clear, with no colors on our skin. Till we let the spectrum in. Say my name, and every color illuminates. We are shining, and we'll never be afraid again. Say my name, and every color illuminates. We are shining, and we'll never be afraid again. Say to step on the cracks. I told her not to fuss and relax. Pretty little thing stopped me in my tracks. But now she sleeps with one eye open. But that's the price she'll pay. I took a knife and cut out her arm. I took it home and watched it wither and die. Well, she's lucky that I didn't slip her smile. That's why she sleeps with one eye open. But that's the price you pay. I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, hey, girl with one eye, I'll cut your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry. I slipped my hand under her skirt. I said, don't worry, it's not gonna my reputation's kinda clouded with dirt. That's why you sleep with one eye open. But that's the price you pay. I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, hey, girl with one eye, I'll cut your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry. You made me cry. You made me cry. You made me cry. I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, hey, girl with one eye, get your filthy fingers out of my pie. I said, hey, girl with one eye, I'll cut your little heart out, 'cause you made me cry. Whisper your siren song to every girl who comes along. I'm coming to shore. I want her.
Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I had a lot of fun making this video, even though it took me 2 full days to complete. I'm still working on the lore for these characters, so maybe you guys could help me down in the comments. It really does mean a lot to me if you've watched the full video up until this point, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!